Hey, what's up guys? It's Sports Blitz here, and we're back with another NFL record prediction. In today's episode, we're going to be doing the AFC East with the Bills, Patriots, Jets, and Dolphins. I'm pretty excited about this one, but before we get into it, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Guys, NFL preseason is 6 days away. The Hall of Fame game between the Raiders and the Jags is 6 days away, and I am stoked, even for preseason. So, yeah, let's go ahead and work on finishing up these record predictions. I've got some games already predicted. You'll actually see, like, in my Jets, Patriots, and Dolphins predictions coming up here that there's already going to be games predicted. There may be a few switch-ups here and there, so, you know, don't mind those too much, but let's go ahead and get on into it. So week 1, this may be one of the best games all season. The Bills will be playing the LA Rams, and I recently just got done with the NFC West predictions, and I actually predicted the Bills to win this one. I think Josh Allen is going to be off to a very hot start. I think this defense is going to be an incredibly tough challenge at the beginning of the year for Matt Stafford and the Rams. Yeah, I'm confident in Josh Allen. I think it's going to be an amazing game, though. Very excited for it. But I do think they go on to beat the Titans. It's tough to predict the divisional games. I could very well see them sweeping the Dolphins. But, I mean, I don't know. Part of me thinks I'm being a little bit too harsh on the Dolphins this year, but also part of me is like, the Bills are really good. You know what? I'm going to have the Dolphins split with the Bills. Yeah, I'm going to have them split. Week 4, they will be playing the Baltimore Ravens, and I'm going to go ahead and give this one to the Bills. I don't think Lamar Jackson's going to be able to do enough against this defense to really, well, win them the game. Yeah, this Bills team is really good right now. I'm going to take the Bills over the Steelers. Then we have a rematch with the Chiefs and Bills. And it's tough to predict since the Chiefs don't have Tyreek Hill anymore, but they do still have Travis Kelce. And they also did get Juju Smith-Schuster in free agency. This is tough to predict. I know the Bills also got Kaiir Elam, who I really liked in the draft. Those of you who have been watching the channel for a while know how high I was on him. Oh, this is a tough one, though. I want to say when I did my AFC West predictions that I gave this one to the Chiefs. Realistically speaking, even if the Bills lose this game, I don't think they'll lose more than one other game all season. This is tough, and I know I'm going to get some flack for this one. I think I'm going to go Chiefs. It's going to be really close, another really good game. I think it'll be another high-scoring game, but I'm going to go Chiefs. Coming off the bye, I do think the Bills will defeat the Packers. The Jets are a really good, sorry, I shouldn't say really good team, but they're a good team that is growing and improving very quickly. I think Zach Wilson's going to have a much better year this year and really show some big progress. But I don't think they're necessarily quite there to compete. They had an amazing draft, amazing offseason, but I want to see, I want to see a little bit more improvement before I say that they're there. So I am going to have the Bills actually sweep the Jets, Um, but I think the Jets could surprise some people. I really do. Um, I do think the Bills will go ahead and beat the Minnesota Vikings. I think they'll beat the Browns, who I'm not banking on having Deshaun Watson. They're going to beat the Lions, who I think will still improve quite a bit this year. I think they'll actually split with the Patriots. Those games are, even though last year, basically the entire game they ran the ball, I thought it was a really entertaining game. I really did. I think it'll still be an entertaining game here too. I think they're going to split. Then the Bills will go ahead and beat the Bears, and then I'm going to go ahead and have them beat the Bengals as well on Monday Night Football. So overall, this gives the Bills a 14-3 record. This will overall give them the number 1 seed in the AFC. So there you go, Bills. They'll have a week 1 bye in the playoffs. Moving over to the Patriots, I'm going to go ahead and have the Patriots actually split with the Dolphins. I think they're pretty close to the same level. I think the Patriots have the better coach, but I mean, the Dolphins have some talent, okay? Week 2, I'm going to go ahead and actually have the Steelers winning this one. I'm not a big fan of the Patriots receivers right now. And really, I think the Steelers will do a decent job at stopping the run. And I think they'll get away with a low-scoring win in this game. Week 3, I do also have them actually losing to the Ravens. It's kind of another one. I think it's going to be low-scoring and defensive. But I do think the Ravens will do well at, slowing down the run. I think they're going to stack the box, and yeah, I think they'll do well at stopping the run. And Lamar Jackson and their run game will do just enough to win the game. Week 4, I'm going to give this one to the Packers. I think they're the better team. Just plain and simply, I think they're the better team. I'm going to go Patriots winning against the Lions. I did actually have them beating or losing to the Browns. That's kind of a tough one for me, though. I could actually see that one being reversed. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and reverse this one. I'm going to give this one to the Patriots. I do think the Patriots will go ahead and beat the Bears on Monday Night Football. And surprise here, I actually think the Jets will split with them. Again, like I was saying, I'm not a Jets fan, but I like where they're going. I like how much they're improving. I do have them beating the Colts. I think that's going to be another really good game. I think that's going to be considered one of the bigger upsets of the season. But yeah, I think the Patriots upset the Colts. Week 12, I think the Vikings get a win here. I think the Vikings beat the Patriots. So then the rest of these games have been covered in other record predictions. But, I had the Cardinals beating the Patriots. By this time in the season, DeAndre Hopkins will be back, and there's just going to be too many guys for the Patriots to try to cover, and Cardinals ultimately get a win. Raiders, they've got Devontae Adams now. They've got Chandler Jones. Josh Jacobs is primed for a bigger year. I think the Raiders are a good team this year. Do not sleep on the Raiders. So yeah, I do think the Raiders will beat the Patriots. I have the Patriots beating the Bengals. I know this is a really surprising one. This is also one of the bigger upsets of the year. I feel like the Patriots always have a few games that they lose that they really shouldn't lose, and games that they win that they definitely should not win and have no business winning. So, for me, the biggest games here are the Bengals and the Ravens. Beating the Bengals, and actually losing to the Ravens. So, overall gives the Patriots an 8-9 record. They will miss the playoffs with this. It's not a Mac Jones thing. I'm not a huge fan of their receivers. I think as long as they're under Bill Belichick, they'll always have a good defense. But I'm not in love with their corners right now that they don't have Gilmore and J.C. Jackson anymore. And, I mean, really, for no receivers and a defense that lost some big pieces, 8-9 isn't a terrible record. But, yeah, there's that. Then we're moving over to the Dolphins. Have the Dolphins splitting with the Patriots, splitting with the Bills. I do have them losing to both the Ravens and the Bengals, and I actually have them splitting with the Jets as well. So splitting with all three teams in the division. This one, I actually think they will, I think they'll pull off a good win against the Vikings. I'm excited to see that Xavier Howard and Justin Jefferson matchup. I think that's going to be an awesome matchup. Really excited for that one. But they go ahead and lose to the Steelers. Steelers, as long as they have that dominant defense, they're going to keep themselves in games. And I think Najee Harris is going to be primed for a really big game in this game. I'm not in love with the Dolphins' run defense specifically. So, I know I'm going to get a lot of angry Dolphins fans in this game. Lions have been extremely competitive since they've had Dan Campbell, and I think it's going to translate to some wins this season. I think the Lions get a good win over the Dolphins. Another one that people are going to hate, I'm going Bears right here. I know the Bears didn't give Justin Fields much to work with, but he's still an insanely talented quarterback, and I think he's going to be able to make something out of nothing in this game. And Bears get a win. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep my prediction of them losing to the Browns. It's a really tough one, especially since that'll be their fourth loss in a row at this point in the season. But this is definitely one I could see going the other way. I mean, I think they could very well pick off Jacoby Brissett. I think they'll get 3 interceptions. I really do. I think they'll intercept him 3 times. But Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are going to run the ball well enough to eventually have the Browns win this game. Then I do have the Dolphins beating the Texans, getting an upset win, in my opinion, over the 49ers, but then proceeding to lose to the Chargers narrowly. And they get their loss to the Bills right there. And then I'm going to go Packers for this game. I mean, it's just hard to bet against Aaron Rodgers during the regular season. So, yeah, overall, Dolphins with a 6-11 record. I know I'm going to get hounded by Dolphins fans in the comment section, okay? I know Dolphins fans hate me. It is what it is. I'm not in love with their run defense. I'm still not a huge believer in Tua. And I know they got Teron Armstead, but besides that, I'm not a big fan of their offensive line, to be honest. and we'll have to see what, what the coach ends up doing. I don't know if he's going to be a good coach yet or not. So, yeah, there we go. Moving over to the Jets. I do have them losing to the Ravens week 1, but then proceeding to beat the Browns week 2, but then losing to the Bengals week 3 and Steelers week 4. Those are games I could definitely see being, turned around, though. I could see them getting a good win against one of them. I do think they will go ahead and lose to the Packers. They'll lose to the Broncos, though I could definitely see that one being turned around. I think the Broncos may be a little bit overrated. They do split with the Patriots. They do get swept by the Bills. I do think they proceed to get a win against the Bears. I think they get a surprise win over the Vikings. I think this is going to be considered a little bit of an upset during the season. Then they beat the Lions, beat the Jags, beat the Seahawks, then lose to the Dolphins to close out the season. And because they lose to the Dolphins, it essentially prevents them from locking up a playoff spot. So, yeah, overall, 8-9 record for the Jets. There's a few games here I could see the Jets actually losing, but there's a couple other games here I could see the Jets actually winning too. So I think 8-9 is pretty realistic. So yeah, let me know what you thought of these predictions in the comment section below. Again, sorry if I didn't give you guys the record that you thought. I'm just going to be realistic, in my opinion, with these predictions, okay? I'm not going to predict every team to go undefeated. That's not how it goes here. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Later.